All right. Okay. So we got the green light from YouTube. It looks like everything is ready to go. Let me quickly. Yeah. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone is ready because today is Friday. It's the 20th of March and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got another 14 minutes till the market opens at 9:30. And we'll wrap this trading usually within 90 minutes. So anywhere from 10:30 to 11 o'clock. Yeah, check out the video description below for some FAQs. Let's get into it. And good morning, guys. I see you streaming in here, or flowing in. Satoshi, Tony, Anthony, Shane, Blockchain, Peter. Good morning, guys. So I ran the scanner this morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little overwhelmed. I was like, hoo-wee. When I ran it this morning, there was about 45 or something stocks, and now there's 57. And we have a lot of former runners. I mean, everything from IBIO, FCEL, even large caps, PLAY. We have Pixie, GMMK. We know a lot of these tickers, a lot of these BIMI, a lot of these we've traded in the past. Really what this is telling me is that yesterday we hit a bit of a bottom, and today we're having a bit of a bounce party, and everything wants to just kind of hop around a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit messy of a day, guaranteed. I was trying to think, what are the lead gappers? What are the two stocks or one stock that everyone's looking at? And that's typically what I like to do, or that's what we want to do on, trading the small cap gap and go strategy. But the last 2 weeks, it's been very hard to do that because everything's moving. People are trading the market, which means they're trading the SPY, they're trading the VIX. They're not really focused on these individual small cap stocks. So again, it's a little bit tricky, but being conservative on days like today has been the way to go. I did find some interesting runners, and I'm not going to go through the whole entire watch list because there's just too much to go through, but flipping through it extremely quickly, I found BLPH was just absolutely ripping it, up 700% pre-market. Hoo-wee. 16 million market cap, at least when it closed yesterday, and 4.5 million shares outstanding. Let's quickly look at this a little bit more. It's a USA biotech company. Float is 2.85 million. So this is perfect. I mean, this is exactly what we typically look for. Price range, it's definitely high. You guys probably hear me say all the time, I look for between $2 and $7, which it was for a few minutes. And then it just absolutely ripped on out of here. So these guys have a FDA approval today. Let's quickly go to the long-term chart, check this out a little bit more. Fourfold unexpected access for INO pulse delivery system. That's not even it. Reports FDA grants emergency expanded access for treatment of coronavirus infection. Yeah, so so they got an FDA approval today for the INO pulse. Definitely huge news. FDA approvals are always massive catalysts for biotechs, and we actually haven't seen a direct FDA approval in quite some time. So let's go here. So we have a recent reverse split. This thing's trolling down. This is your classic biotech, kind of just trolling down, and then reverse split. Because as a NASDAQ stock, if you go below $1, you get that's the minimum price requirement for NASDAQ. So if they get below that, they get a warning, and then eventually they get delisted, and then they go to the OTC markets, which you don't want. That's like the stock graveyard. So a lot of times these stocks will start reverse splitting at this point. How we're going to trade it, I'm not totally sure yet. We've traded it, I think, in the past. Let me quickly go here, all accounts. Maybe not. I don't know. No trades are popping up. Let me quickly go back here. Cash. I don't know. We had a really nice bottom here at 3.2, 3.19. Let me just go ahead and identify that bottom. And now we're bouncing up. We're not just bouncing a little bit. We've went all the way to 25. So that's where we had this former gap down area. So we ran actually. No, not quite yet. That's where we had this former breakout and retest, and then we pulled all the way up here. So definitely a significant area, 25. I'm not sure if we're going to fill the gap totally, but who knows? Definitely possible. Just that pre-market run was really, really aggressive. So as we come back to $15, could be interesting. Anything from 10 to 15, we could see multiple big levels of support. I'm definitely not going to be trading probably breakouts today. We're still kind of in this crazy market, and so far not trading breakouts has been doing very well this month. This is one of my best months just because of that alone. Typically, I'll be trying to trade these breakouts and first pullbacks, second pullbacks, and stuff like that, but not right now. Let's keep going through here. I see you guys got some questions. Let me go back to the chat. Yeah. NOVN, I'll check that one out as well. IBIO, gonna rip today. IBIO has a mind of its own. We'll check that one out as well. Morning, Paul. Yeah, so let's go here to RAND. This was another big runner pre-market. And it's a little bit choppier long-term chart-wise. Some big resistance here at $3. And then again, I think we were ranging in this like 269 area, 270. A little bit, but I would even say more like in the 2.5 area is kind of significant. Go ahead and just identify that again. So we ripped past $3. Actually, wait, hold on. What was this one? Too many stocks I was looking at today. Let me slow things down a little bit. Chad Sieber. What's up, everyone? Good morning, Heiko. So obviously RAND, I don't think we're going to be trading any of those big gappers like APRN today. We'll look at it, but I don't know if I'm going to be trading it. PH. So yeah, 700% gap pre-market. That's insane. Let's see. Kind of corona vaccine news. FDA approval. Got my little cheat sheet here so I can quickly look at it. Although it's just it's easy to look at it on the charts as well, but sometimes I like to stop looking at the screen for a little bit. So RAND had quite an expansive pre-market as well, 250%. And this one, what was the news again about this one? Having a little bit of let me quickly see here. What was that? We got another 6 minutes till the market opens, so no stress. I just had a little bit of a glitch in my computer. Hopefully we have good internet issues. I apologize. Yesterday I was watching the recap video or the stream and it was horrible. Yeah, okay, so RAND Capital, fully automated coronavirus disease testing for their facility. It's an asset management company, USA. Pretty interesting. Short, small float, 4 million float, 37 million market cap, 50 million shares outstanding. All these things we're typically looking for. The way it moves though is really, really choppy, and I don't totally know how I feel about that. Also selling off quite a bit pre-market. We're kind of trading under VWAP, constantly pulling lower. I typically like when stocks hold the highs around 25%. I don't want to see them pulling back much more than that, and that's kind of what RAND's doing. We might see some good trading opportunity in the 2.5 area to $3, some support line bounces. So I'm definitely going to go and watch for that. I think that could be great trading. It's hard to say how much these are going to pull back today. I kind of want to be watching the scanner, see what has the most dollar volume, and just kind of maybe focus on that a little bit more. I'm not totally decided on what I want to be trading. And not even what I want to be trading, but how I want to be trading it. It's a little bit tough day. BLPH pulling back here a little bit. What I do know is I'm going to be looking for 3 trades again. I'm not going to be probably doing 2 trades, at least allocation wise. So about $1,100 per trade. So this is going to be an interesting morning. I mean, we have tests. We have APRN, which is absolutely not moving anymore. So I think that that was the end of the run on that one. Just so many stocks to go over, so I won't really overwhelm you guys or overwhelm myself. Let's quickly check out IBIO. Also on the watch list. Everything is bouncing. Big resistance area here, 1.5 to 1.7. We've been stuck in this area several times in the past. I probably won't be trading it. Doesn't really look interesting to me. Not a big move on that one. What's up, Joseph? Good to see you there. Guten Tag. What's up, Chad? I'm a newbie. I'm looking to build generational wealth. I actually have a video on here if you want to learn more about trading. It's the whole entire $25,000 small account challenge. You might be interested in it. So definitely check out that video. But like Heiko said, if you, or the South Florida Fishing Channel says, if you stick around long enough, eventually things will start making sense. And just feel free to ask. Somebody in the chat room will answer your question for sure. And if I have time or I see it, I'll answer it as well. BLPH gonna skunk people. Yeah, Paul, you're super right. That's gonna be a really, really tough one. What's up, Ricky? Heiko sent me. Yeah, I was a little surprised. I was like, what's going on? All these people flowing in. And then Heiko told me he did a little shout out yesterday in one of his videos. It's good fun. Good morning, Keith. Yeah, so Chad, don't worry. I mean, whenever you dive into something new, it's always overwhelming. That's just how life is. If I, tomorrow try to paint a, I don't know, self-portrait of somebody, I would be like, I don't know what paints to use. Do I use oils? Do I use, I don't even know all the words, but acrylics, anything is overwhelming. So just, take things one step at a time. No need to stress yourself out. So again, out of the gates, I don't know what we're going to be watching. The gap scanner, there was a lot going on. So I'm just going to be taking it easy. I don't think I'm going to be trading in the first few minutes. Markets I don't think will be halted or anything like that. SPY is kind of holding its own. Back to breaking neutral after where it closed yesterday. So what do we close at? Closed right around 239, somewhere in that area. Right now we're at 242. So not a big move on that one. Got another minute 20 till the market opens. I'm definitely going to be watching BLPH out of the gates, and then I'm going to be seeing kind of what's making the most moves and kind of go from there. Going to set up a few alerts. It should be an interesting day. NOVN from Keith on the watch list show. Ooh, going for the Pixie. I've been hearing NOVN a lot. I think yesterday was also doing a little bit of moving. No, okay, yesterday, no. Which one was I thinking about? NO something. Nice move there, 100%. Not sure what the catalyst is for this, not seeing it. 21 seconds till the market opens. We got some interesting levels of resistance here. 0.7, sub-dollar. Typically don't trade those sub-dollars, but everyone's different. Let's see what happens. I'll throw it on here, NOVN. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Look at where it's opening up at 25. Insane. Just all the way out here, floating around. I'd be very careful buying this as a traditional gap and go. On the 5-minute, we have a potential support at 23. Could be a nice little rebound area. Again, I won't be touching it. I'm just kind of watching the scanner. No need to rush into anything. BLPH is definitely the lead gapper with 600% on our watch list. $32 million in dollar volume. Wow, these are so thickly traded already pre-market. That's insane. RAND is below 3.5. BMRA is below 11.5. Stocks we were watching. These are big moves on BLPH. Really, really big moves. You gotta watch out. You don't want to get stuck in the wrong position here. So we pulled all the way back to the 22.5, 23 area that we mentioned. It could be a quick little, check out the 5-minute setup here. We could see a little 5-minute pullback and then a break past 25.5. I probably won't be doing it. The percentage gap on this is already really, really big, and it was very, very thickly traded extended hours starting yesterday. A lot of these gap and goes are much better when they start trading around 8:30 or something like that, because they're not, the move is not fully priced in yet pre-market. GNMK is kind of interesting here. I know, Keith, you called this one out, kind of pulling back a little bit. Big time support near 5. I'm going to kind of keep this one on the watch list. I'm going to have an alert on it. BLPH 2.2. TNXP now at 100%. BLPH, GNMK, and TNXP are the biggest dollar volumes, and then CRNE. We haven't even been talking about CRNE. Just a lot going on. A little overwhelmed, but that's fine. You know, if I don't get any trades today, that's also fine. 1.1, some nice support. The spread on TNXP is a little tough. I think that's going to make trading this one a little bit difficult. Former runner. This thing definitely has room to run to the upside. $2, some big resistance. But TNXP, I kind of like this one. Definitely big room to run to the upside. What kind of catalyst do we have on it? 49 million shares outstanding. That's a little bit on the high end. $49 million share, a million float. So yeah, that's pretty high. That's up there. It's going to be a little harder to move it. A lot of reverse splits in the past. This thing was built to reverse split, huh? 58 million market cap. Definitely a few things that don't make me the biggest fan on TNXP. BLPH still pulling back. Not totally surprised. Want to watch out for these halts. Oh, I just realized it is halted. I didn't even, I was like, this looks like it could be halted, or could be getting ready for a halt, and it is halted at 22.2. Halted on the way down. Typically those open and continue down. So I don't know. This is going to be a tough one to trade. I don't know if VWAP's going to really act as support. I know if I was long BLPH blindly, I would be loving to take profits. Let's say if I was a long-term investor. I mean, I would have been holding since 2018. I would have been negative since actually, yeah, mid-2018. So taking profits in this area would have been nice. MBY was an interesting one from yesterday. I wasn't really trading it or giving it much attention. Yeah, first big green day yesterday. Having a bit of a pullback. 0.8, some interesting support. Man, we are having just a bunch of stocks from the grave, huh? With LLIT, BNGO, SAEX, WLL, all these stocks we've been trading like crazy in the last 2-3 months, and they're just all popping back up on the scanner. Everything is bouncing today that's ever wanted to bounce. 17% bounce, MBY. 0.8 is definitely some interesting big time support. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here. Maybe if we pull back again, I wouldn't mind buying it. But at the moment, I'm not going to have any limit orders out for anything. BLPH is going to open up on 9:37 and 4 seconds. I'm going to keep an eye out for this one. Everyone just needs enough liquidity to sell. Yeah, Anthony, I'm out of here. Yeah, too many stocks moving this morning. I feel the same way. I'm so happy that yesterday we ended profitable, or else today I probably would have some serious just need to trade, some serious like general trade FOMO. Luckily, that's not gonna hike. You better get into trading to appease your fans. I need to appease my daily P&L. I'll try to make some funny recap videos. Probably shouldn't drink coffee right now. ADMA ripping. I gotta check this one out. AMRX. Oh god, there's too many tickers. All right, here we go, guys. BLPH pulling back, just opened up. Let's see what kind of dip we get. That was a lot of selling volume in the open. Check the 5-minute chart and the 1-minute volume chart. A lot of selling volume. Love these candles though. Huge opportunity. That red candle alone is 13% right now. Markets are green, but not a lot. Kind of in an interesting area. Yeah, Satoshi, I remember that you had a really nice morning with that first overnight with APRN. And then yesterday was a tough day to trade. It was a really tough day. I thought today was going to be a little bit easier, but I wasn't expecting all these kind of dead cat bounces happening across the board. Makes it a little harder. I'm going to run the scanner, see if I'm missing anything here. I feel like we have time. I feel like I want to get aggressive maybe in 10-20 minutes. So for now, spread on BLPH, no joke. Yeah, the spreads. Okay, so let's see here. Loading the scanner right now. I'm filtering it based on dollar volume because I like to have a clear indicator of what's trading the most. GNMK is taking the lead actually. TNXP, SRNE, we have that one. TLRY, we have that one as well. NOVN. I'm probably not going to be trading PLAY. It's a large cap. A lot of retail stores are bouncing heavy. Days like today, I feel like I need to narrow my gapper, but typically when I run the scanner, there's not this much popping up. I gotta say, NOVN is kind of an interesting one. And definitely TNXP. TNXP pulling back, here we go. This could be a good entry. Getting close to 0.9, that could be a great dip buy. Failed breakout. Big bounce off of 0.1 right now. Many reverse splits on this. Presenting corona vaccine potential to WHO. I mean, that's pretty big news. WHO's a big organization. It's a massive organization. 0.9. It's a little tough to say how I'd want to trade this. I don't think we're going to get a super big pull back, but I'm just going to go ahead and put a limit order here just to kind of remind myself where I would like a potential entry and might move this entry up as we approach it. One of the more thickly traded stocks under BLPH had a nice bounce near 20. I was not really expecting this thing to bounce right away. This is such a tough one to trade because this one also is just getting halted. It's gotten halted 3 times. So the market's open for 21 minutes and 15 of those minutes, BLPH has been halted. That means you would have only been able to trade it for 6 minutes. That is just not what you want to be seeing. PENN halted up. Kind of reminds me of the reels. Pen reels. PENN, here we go. National Gaming Inc. This is looking pretty interesting, actually. I need to get my hold scanner going here. 116 shares outstanding. It's kind of on the high side. Yeah, this is classic classic bounce stock. %23% though, pretty nice so far. Huge bounce. Held the highs really well. This is actually one of those classic ones I call a gun pattern. You can kind of see the handle, the trigger finger, and then the barrel here. Oftentimes, one of my favorite patterns to look for holding overnight, because it identifies strength into the close because it holds its highs well. Especially on the first to second green day, the gun pattern can be very good. BLPH. This thing is just flickering back and forth. TNXP had a really nice bounce now, up 10% from $1. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to just randomly crash to 0.9. I just wanted to have my limit order in a general area where I might find some interest in this stock. Also, I get it thrown up here so I can see where my active orders are. Usually I won't do that on a normal trading day with normal volume. I'll always be entering a trade as I see them. But on days like today, where we're not really going to be trading breakouts, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious and just look for bigger pullbacks. LMFA. Remember, GNMK was a potential trade as well. As we approached 5, we've had many pivot zones in this $5 area, so it could be a really nice trade. I'd be trading that with about 200 shares. Quite a bit of news on it this morning. FDA authorization for coronavirus test. Looks like the first bounce might happen here at 5.5. Just got another alert for MBY. I can't wait till we start trading these stocks out of the gate again within the first few minutes. And MBY, nice little bounce here. I had my alert at 0.85475. I was waiting for a pullback further than that. Really interesting. I had a nice little bounce here. These bounces are really strong on MBY. I mean, we're talking 10-20% bounces in just 3-4 minutes. Really nice. AMXT up 240%. Nice. I'll check that one out in a second. It's a weird day. Weird day. I know VN pulling back. This one had quite an aggressive bounce, but timing this bounce I think would have been really tough. I don't know. Not as big as a percentage mover as some of the other ones. AMXT. TOS is a little bit slow. You can see it's kind of glitching. News not updating, order book not updating. AMXT, I really don't like stocks like this that are very loosely traded. I basically avoid them like the Black Plague. Is this an OTC? Yeah, this is an OTC stock. I haven't traded OTCs in a while. Big old order books usually. And you even get a fee for trading OTCs. TD Ameritrade still charges fees for OTCs. Not what I look for. Can't buy RAND. Order must be placed with broker. Gideon. That is sketchy. That's happened to me before. And basically, I had to call TD Ameritrade if I wanted to trade them. That's not a good sign, guys. Be careful with RAND. Let me quickly see if I have the same issue here. Yeah. Watch out with that, guys. There's something shady going on, and with TOS, I don't know, Gideon, if you're using TOS, ThinkorSwim, but if that's the alert you're getting, it means TD Ameritrade made the decision that there is something shady about this company that they did not want their clients to get involved with. You could still trade it, but you're gonna have to call TOS first. Last time this happened to a company, it just sold off the whole day. Take a little picture of that and save it for later. What's up, Tommy? I'm doing all right. Disappointing. Yeah, I was pretty annoyed the first time that happened to me. I was actually super annoyed. It's really uncalled for, honestly. I don't like that they've actually made that decision. I don't like it. So yeah, missed a lot of bounces today. I think TNXP bouncing off of $1 could have been a really nice trade. Those whole dollar bounce areas are always, not always, but they tend to be very good. That's fine. I really don't mind missing trades today. It's just such an unusual day. I don't know. It's not really what I'm looking for. If I wasn't streaming, I would probably honestly take trading off today. I would probably just leave. Get some other work done, plan the weekend. BLPH, I think this could be a really nice trade today. Again, getting caught on this one might be tough, but what I do like about BLPH is the fact that it's technically the first screen day, right? This is the first big gapping day, and that's usually a really good time to trade one of these stocks. If you check out a lot of their other big green days, they don't live very long, so keep in mind on that. That means this thing later on today might pull back really hard. I doubt that it will continue, but here we had two big green days. So yeah, a lot of failed spikes. Want to watch out for that. This could also be failed spikes. Lately, the failed spikes have been even red, so it pulls back further than it even opened up. It's going to be interesting. Good call, boy class. Good call on that one. I didn't have an alert set either, so good looks on that. Appreciate that, Tommy. Create an alert here below. Looky here, GNMK trying to pull back. 5.5, 180-day moving average in this area. That's going to be tremendous support. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bounce off this area, but I'm not going to be getting aggressive just yet. I think I'm going to be a little bit more conservative. I think if it breaks 5.5, we could see a pretty quick pullback. Let's see here. Let's see if we can predict when this is going to happen. 2 big volume candles already. 2 big red volume candles. It's usually a sign that selling volume is just picking up. I don't know. I don't see really this bounce happening just yet. Let's kind of just watch the order book. 5.57, big buyers there. A lot of volume to both sides. 5.64, not a bad little move right here. 64 has had some big time sellers pop up for a second. They're gone now. Pulling back again. GNMK is really trending down right now on the intraday. I do like that 180-day support though, coming right in underneath it. Chicho, BMRA. Did it break out? That one was such a wild stock yesterday. Look at that. 5.6. Huge amount of sellers just pile on. Yeah, so that bounce was very weak off of 5.57. Very, very weak. So if I bought in the 5.57 and I was still holding, I would really probably be closing out my position, taking a small loss or closing as a scratch, just because I don't like to trade bounces and then hold them if the bounce is weak. I find a lot of risk in that, and a lot of my bounce trades that don't work out, that's kind of the prerequisite. Still watching BLPH, kind of really finding some support at the 22. Paul, nice. Whew, those are so sketchy. Spam sold. Nice that it worked out. Oh man, those are sketchy. They're so loosely traded. I don't know. I haven't really seen any mind-blowing opportunities. I think these whole number bounces, like the $1 bounce that we saw, I think on TNXP and GNMK, the $6 bounce, they could have been pretty good. I think I probably could have got a bit more aggressive on that. I think my biggest problem is I didn't know what to really watch out of the gate, so I kind of didn't do anything. Here we go, GNMK bouncing. So it looks like I was wrong. I would have closed my position. I probably would have took a small loss, small profit on that bounce. I don't like to be in those situations because once they crack, you know, goodbye. 2-3%, not the biggest move on it. I'll probably watch this one later. TNXP kind of selling off here, not as interesting as it was on the open. BLPH, I really want to see this one crack 20. Nokia for a long-term hold? No, not really. I don't know much about the company. Um, BLPH was halted on the way down just now. Whew. Nice. RAND bond sold with no issue, 24%. Solid move, Shane. I would really, really like to see BLPH just rip to the downside. Not if you guys are in it, but I would like to dip by this, but not yet. I also don't want to be watching it all day, so. Wow, it is already 9:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's insane. Usually we'll have 1 or 2 trades in by now, and today we have 0. So, I don't know. What I might do is what we did on, what was that, Wednesday, where I don't think I did any trades on the stream, but after the stream, I went ahead and just placed some limit orders near some really big whole numbers, long-term, multi-month support levels. And one of them didn't work out. We took a loss on. The other one did work out, and it was like a 20% profit. Really, really nice. So I might do that again today. It's not really a day for the small cap gap and go strategy. So that's okay. Every day doesn't have to be perfect trading conditions. You know, talking about dividends, I've been thinking about growing my dividend portfolio just a little bit more. I'm just going to check here with Nokia, kind of dividends it gives out. But I think, you know, buying any of these long-term companies right now, it's probably one of the best times to do it. Everything is just at a giant discount. So if you, Anthony, if you know Nokia, if you use Nokia, if you're generally satisfied with their products, I think that's a good reason to go long them. Yeah, 1.9% dividend, not the biggest, but not the worst. Yeah, interesting. Tough day. Let's check the scanner again. Something tells me that I'm not looking at enough stocks, so let's make it even more crazy. AQMS. I keep forgetting it's the weekend. I thought yesterday was Friday the whole day, and today doesn't feel like Friday anymore. Today feels, I guess, like weekend. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, let's quickly GMMK. I don't know what price I'm looking for. I'm just looking for maybe some potential reversals, but definitely between $13 and $15. Some big time support's gonna kind of start popping up on the screen. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna get some early entries on any of these pullbacks. I had 5 alerts go off, said too many. I know the feeling. If you go to Market Watch and then you go to alerts, you can see your alerts just in case you missed them. You can see here that I got alerts going off left and right. It's also really good if you leave, leave the computer for a while and then you come back, check if any alerts went off or something like that. So we're officially at 10 o'clock. Around 10:15 is when I start seeing sometimes some really nice reversals. So I'm going to keep an eye out for those. For now, I think we got a little bit more time till those reversals happens. Does look like GNMK might be ready for a trade soon though, so I'm going to keep an eye out for it. I'll be right back though. Shane, out of trades. TPVG. Oh, wow, that ticker just makes my brain twitch. What was it? TPVG. TPVG. Triple Point Venture Growth. Just about no volume on this thing makes me really cautious on something like that. If you get stuck on a trade, could be tough. Could be a great investment. I have no idea. I don't know what that company is. BLPH, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. Well, we weren't waiting for the halt, but generally this is what we were waiting for. Man, see, this is what happened with us yesterday with AP RN. It was halted so many times yesterday, and it was so easy to get on the wrong side of the trade. After I entered the trade, it got halted 3 more times. Once on the way down and twice on the way up before I was able to trade it again. So today, it's just not really doing anything. No one's really caring about APRN. It's officially on the backside of a move. And that's, so if you hear me say backside of a move, that's what this is. I don't like trading the backside of the move. This is technically already the backside of the move, but this is, you know, that first big panic. This is the one we traded yesterday. Got out for a small loss. So this was traumatizing. This was really scary. GNMK coming back to 5.5. My alert keeps disappearing on it. Don't forget your halt rules. Yeah. Paul, super right. Basically, my halt rules are I don't like dip buying stuff or don't buy stocks that are getting halted on the way down. It's super true. Yeah, and breaking that rule yesterday basically put me in a really bad spot with APRN. So if I was to buy BLPH, I don't know, I would maybe even wait till it had some sort of bounce, even if I miss the majority of the bounce. So this is going to open up at 10:07. UAL. I think it will be a good long-term investment. I think any company that will probably be around in 5-10 years is going to be a great time to buy it right now. Including UAL, United Airlines Holding. You know, as long as you think the airlines are getting hit super hard, but you know, it's sold off so much in the last week that there's a really good chance it's going to at least have a giant bounce. They're down in the quarter 76%. In the month, they're down 73%. It's huge. Another 6 seconds here till BLPH opens up. The spread is so big. Trying to identify the bounce on this is near impossible in my honest opinion. I don't know. If this was the bounce at 1645, I would be extra surprised because I would have expected it to be at a more significant area. 10% bounce already. Not really worth it in my eyes because you would have needed a perfect entry and a perfect exit for that 10%, which I think on that bounce would have been extremely difficult, and it would have been just throwing darts at a board. think BLPH might get halted any moment again. Check out MBY, guys. This is really starting to trend up here. I think we missed the entry on this one. Getting a bit more aggressive on that would have been good, but I wasn't watching that one out of the gates. TNXP is still selling off. BLPH, that was a big green candle. It can't discount that. That was a really solid green candle. I think if I wanted to buy BLPH, my ideal reversal spot would be 14.5. And I'll tell you why. I love buying pullbacks near former breakout zones. And to me, 14.5 is where the candle opened on the last major breakout. And that's this one. Now, if I was extremely confident, I would put an order in at 14.5 and just walk away from the computer. But that's not what we're going to be doing. Put 5K in A. Put 5K in AAL. American Airlines, yeah. I know what you mean, but I think the chance of it bouncing back pretty quickly is also fairly high. So we got it. .68 and 0.86 on TNXP. TNXP might be a good trade coming up here. Still been waiting for it around this 0.9 area. Been waiting for a little dip opportunity. Like I said in the beginning of today, I don't know if we're going to do any trades, and I'm not going to be trading breakouts today. I'll be trading pullbacks mostly, and if we don't get any trades on the stream, which is very likely today, then I will probably leave a few limit orders out for some afternoon bounces. But again, that's also a very hit or miss strategy. And I don't typically like combining strategies in this account. Shane, out of trades, overnight potentials? Not yet, but I'll keep an eye out for overnight. GHSI. I'll be a little careful with GHSI. It's on the backside of a larger move. 180-day moving average. If this thing breaks past 0.5 though, really starts gaining some momentum, could be really, really nice. Does it have a catalyst? It regained compliance with the NASDAQ. No, they got an extension to regain compliance. These guys might have a reverse split pretty soon. Remember, they have to be above $1 if they want to trade on the NASDAQ. So they got the letter from the NASDAQ, and they need to get their price up as soon as possible. TNXP. Yeah, for sure. I mean, not with my cash account, but with my IRA and other accounts, I do overnights. So that's why I typically don't talk about them in this stream, but they can be nice. The problem with overnight sometimes is it's very easy to be down like 10% the next day and then be be down 15% the day after that, and like all of a sudden a month goes by and you're still, you know, holding a bag that's down 50%. I think that's a big reason I don't do overnights anymore, is because you hold one too many bags and you just don't want to do it anymore. The night sweats. Yeah. Also, not holding overnight, you avoid the night sweats. So that's good. You don't wake up in the morning first thinking, "Oh my God, what is this position doing?" TNXP head and shoulders on GNMK. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not the most clear one, but could be. Inverse head and shoulders is a bullish pattern. It's a nice pattern too. MBY pulling back at the same part. MBY have a limit order at like 67 or something like that. A little bit more conservative. Having the big bounce at 0.8 right now. This could be a great bounce spot, but again, I had a really conservative limit order on this one. Yeah, if you only hold for one night, it's not too bad. If you have you have to be really strict on your rules. You know, that's what I've learned. You know, if it didn't gap up the next day, it probably won't do it the day after that. TNXP pulling back a little bit here. NBY having a nice bounce. .9 acting as big support, and I'm not surprised as well. I don't really think we're going to get this entry, but if we do break .9, would be really nice to be a bit more conservative with the entries. Everything I'm doing today is a bit more conservative. Also, a 1% bounce is really not that much. This thing only sold off 28%. BLPH, you know what? I've been kind of forgetting about this one a little bit. Oh, don't get me too excited, boy claws. SPCE, let's check it out. You got me all rallied up there with that announcement. Oh, wow, yeah. Rally to 13 really quickly here. Whew, what a little ripski, huh? 16% move. Yeah, that's a big move. Yeah, all these mid to large caps are just bouncing. They started yesterday, and today continuation. This could be, I actually really like this. It's been trading really like a small cap these last few days. Just check out this nice clear flat top breakout right here. It would have been tough to try to squeeze in the entry though. See, this is why the small caps are so hard to trade these last few days, because traders are really focused on these other ones, like space and anything. Honestly, be trading Tesla. There's just so much volume in the market right now. So yeah, I probably need to diversify in times like this, but it's just like, you know, you get these moments for like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 weeks a year. So it's kind of annoying to like tailor a whole strategy for something that almost never happens. Good call though, Boy Claws. I'm probably going to be watching him a bit longer here. Let's see if SPCE forms some sort of flag pattern, maybe ABC pattern. TNXP pulling back. The 0.9 is really the battleground right now for TNXP. We've hit it multiple times. Looks like we might see a test right now, 8-9. Lower my limit order a little bit here. 8-7. Thought we would get an execution on that one, but we didn't, and the bounce is weak, so I went ahead and removed it. Just gonna watch this one for a little bit longer here. Could see a bounce now, who knows? Either way, we did not get an entry on it. Back above 0.9. Here we go. Could be the bounce that we were expecting. I was a little conservative on this one. Yeah, we're officially over the wick of the last candle. That's a good sign. I don't think we're going to get this bounce. I had my limit order at 68, 8.68. That was so close. It touched right above it, and then we didn't get filled. Maybe we'll have another entry on this one. Maybe not. Who knows? It's a tough day. Tough day. G and MK making higher highs. Yeah, 6.17. So it's back from, so it's kind of, looks like it's done with the $5 area. So that's a really good sign. We're also at, just keep this in mind, we're also at 10.22. And remember I said around 10.15 is when a lot of times things start bottoming out a little bit. And I think maybe we have kind of reached that bottom area, but let's see what happens. I typically would have already liked to get a bit more aggressive, and I missed a lot of moves today. Yeah, G and MK, really nice reversal. I was way too conservative on it. So we pulled all the way down to the 180-day moving average, and then we bounced off the bottom. Any other day, I would have, that's like screams my kind of entry. But after getting halted in twice yesterday, I don't know. I just didn't want to rush an entry today. Well, I wouldn't really say I rushed entries yesterday. I don't know. Space at 13.6. flew, just absolutely flew past 13. I was expecting a little bit more consolidation. 13 has been a key area for quite some time. Let me just go to the charts and show you guys the long-term chart. So you can kind of see the 13 top in here. And then you can see this area right below it at 11. So between 13 and 11, we've been trading between. It's kind of a range, a really significant range. Check out this 2 days where it was really significant. We had two bottom bounces off the 13. Then it became resistance. And now for the first time, we might be breaking back above 13. So love this area. This could be a nice breakout bounce trade. Let's go back to the daily chart. I'll be trading this with about 80 or 90 shares, depending on the entry level. Sorry, you're getting buffering. Yeah, it's probably on my end. The stream lately, there's been 2 warnings in the last 5 minutes. It's so annoying that the buffering keeps happening. So we had one potential entry right here. 13.7 was the low. 13.17. I don't think I would have got that entry. Did Haiku just snag a trade? I think I might try to trade SPCE here. I like how it really started getting some momentum. A little bit later in the day, unfortunately. MBY breaking out. Look at that. Found some support here, 0.8. Yeah, it's making moves back higher. The trend is your friend. BLPH, guys, crawling back above VWAP. It was stuck under it for quite some time. I love the float on BLPH. It doesn't take a lot of money to move this stock. It could be getting ready for its second leg up. We see into your future here in the US. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's a delay. I have delay put on 0 on the recording software and on YouTube, so I'm not really sure why it's so bad. I don't know if that's just a standard YouTube thing and we just don't notice it because typically we're not watching something that matters if it's in super real time or not. Today's really not a small cap day at all. I knew that was going to happen when I ran the scanner. I was kind of disappointed. I was like, no. I mean, I have no specific European options selected, but I'm sure YouTube does what it does. We'll see how it is when I'm back in the States. Viewing volume. Yeah, I'm not sure. So Heiko also has delayed live streams 10-20 seconds. Yeah, I think that just might be a hard-coded default from YouTube. I also have direct Ethernet cable input. I don't really think it's the internet. If there's like glitching or something like that, that could be internet, and that could also be my general CPU usage. BLPH, man, I'm not gonna lie, this is quite tempting to want to trade this one. We had a nice break above VWAP, and we're kind of pulling back here in this area. The problem I have with it, biggest sell volume, volume is on a sell candle, on a red candle. A little bit of momentum picking up here. No trades yet for me. All right, Axel, heading out. Thanks again. I appreciate it, man. I'll see you then first thing on Monday, and hopefully on the recap as well. My internet is terrible out here. Yeah, when internet works, it's already a blessing. Oh, 1 to 2 megabytes. Ay, that's stressful. BLPH pulling back a little bit. BLPH could be a really nice dip buy, right around 17.5, I think. SPCE had a nice solid pullback here, 12.87. Already up 3.5% from there. Looks like it's going to get ready for a potential breakout here. It's 10:32 a.m. and I have no trades yet. Kind of an unusual day, but it happens. SPCE looks like it's really winding up right now. It looks like it's going to try to break 13.5 and then probably the high at 13.86 area. Oh yeah, that's a lot going on there. Nice move, trade Kaishner. Solid dip buy. So BLPH, our lead gapper, is kind of consolidating here, but I think, you know, this could be a really big move. Kind of reminds me of, which one was it that right after I ended the live stream, it just absolutely ripped to the upside? I think that was BMRA. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of BMRA. So maybe we're going to get a huge move out of BLPH, but maybe it's going to be a little bit later. I don't know. It could be now, but it could also be in like 30 minutes. It could be an hour. But it's definitely kind of holding the highs well. It looks pretty healthy. I don't know if I'm going to be around to trade it, unfortunately. Let's quickly go back to, and then RAND did absolutely nothing today. So yeah, here's BMRA. We're on the back side of the move now. Let me quickly scroll back. Here we go. This was it. Let's quickly just look at this for a second, see what we can learn from it. So a lot of consolidation in this area. This was around 10:30 like it is now. I was expecting a bigger move to the upside. Never really happened. We ended the live stream then around 11 o'clock and a little before 11 o'clock. So like 10:50 or something like that. And then, yeah, it fell off one more time in this area, 5.5, found tremendous support, and then just absolutely ripped to the upside. And this was a huge move. It was an 80-90% move. And, you know, that it's really similar to BLPH. HEPA hit high, pulling back, SPCE. Yeah, SPCE broke 14. That's what we were waiting for. That was it. I was not on board with that one. Should have been a little bit more aggressive probably on that buy. Solid move on this one. So BLPH pulling back now. SPCE, here we go. 14.4, can we break past it? I have some SPCE in my IRA account, so this is just fun to watch even if I'm not on it with my cash account. My price target would be around $14, $15 actually. 15.5, something like that. I wouldn't trade it past the EMA, and we kind of had some significant areas here at 15.9. I don't think I would hold it past 15.9. Could see it retest 20 though in the short term. Yeah, it's going to be a sweet little trade. I've been holding SPCE for a few days now, so I'm excited for that one. NOVN pulling higher. Yeah, NOVN looks, actually, no, this is TNXP, and I gotta say, this one actually looks really, really good as well. Kind of found a little bit of a base here. Finally breaking above the EMA for the first time. Big move here. That's what we've been waiting for with TNXP. I was too conservative in my entry, which is fine on a day like today. Like I said, there's a good chance I'm not going to do any trades today. So I was kind of prepared for that. NBY is still kind of consolidating this area. I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually had a nice spike to the downside. NOVN. Yeah, big bottom turn here at 45. Sub dollars, they're really not my favorite. But you can't deny that move. That's a solid 100% move. Consolidated, found big support in this area. Now it's pulling back up higher. Yeah, so I think what I wanted to do today with waiting for bigger pullbacks and stuff like that, I think that's exactly what my plan is going to be. It might not happen in the next 10 minutes. It might not happen in the next 2 hours, 5 hours. Who knows? Well, okay, at one point the market closes, but it could happen at any moment. So I'm going to figure out which stocks maybe I want to place limit orders around. I think definitely BLPH is going to be one around $15. Again, that might rip totally without us. TNXP I have a limit order on, and I might actually want to trade space again. So I might have a limit order on SPCE as well around $13. See if we can get a quick little pullback, sell into any sort of bounce. 3, 4, 5% would be great. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to probably be doing any other trading today. So if I get some trades in, you'll either see them in the recap video, you'll see my limit orders around in the recap video, and then the Monday live stream, we'll be talking about these trades as well. So nothing totally new there. Let me actually just go ahead and set this one up while you guys are still here. So right around $13, we can get a potential probably pretty nice entry here. I'm going to go ahead and say $13.11. And yeah, that will be the first limit order. Now I might go ahead and move this down. I do kind of like 12.5 area, and this is where I was looking for an original entry. But I think this could keep trolling to the upside. We got the VWAP right here, and so far we've not been getting too close to the VWAP. And $13 is a significant long-term multi-month support and resistance area. So I think I'm going to be looking at that area. Let's see if we can break under 13.5. TNXP over $1 for a sec. Yeah, that one is starting to build up some steam too. It looking pretty good, honestly. So I think TNXP, I would still love an entry on it. We kind of missed that initial buy, but maybe we'll get a little spike here to the downside. I don't know. It's really tough to say. Red to green on TLRY. Yeah, good red to green move here. 14.4, finally crawling higher. Tilray. A lot of these large caps are just going to be doing really well. HEPA. Yeah, HEPA was pretty solid. I like this breakout here. I missed this one, but that break right here at 1.6, super nice. And then just rips. solid move. Supru. SPCE pulling back now. This could definitely be a good trade. A little bounce trade. Again, you don't know how long these are going to take, so I might even go ahead and remove my limit order, or at least move it below 13. Sometimes I like to wait for these whole dollars to crack a little bit, so I might actually go ahead and do that. But yeah, guys, I think that's everything for this video or this stream. You know, it was a pretty calm day in the small cap world, so we didn't really get any trades, unfortunately. Again, there's a good chance I might do a bounce trade today, but again, that's also not guaranteed. Great week though, great month. So there's no need to kind of rush into anything. Let's wait for those good opportunities to come back to the small cap world, and then we're going to get aggressive when we need to. Otherwise, you know, we'll let these opportunities kind of slide around us. That's everything for this video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's always a really good fun to see what you guys are trading as well, especially such a crazy day like today. Yeah, so have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe, wash your hands. I'll see you then in the recap video, and I'll see you guys first thing on Monday again. See you, everyone. Ciao, ciao.